Hey guys, I know how to use this thing called HOMA2 calculator. It can help you determine if you're insulin resistant. As we talked about in module 2, it can be really difficult to figure out sometimes if you're insulin resistant because the labs aren't always that accurate. And this isn't 100% accurate either, but it's just one more tool that you can use. And I just wanted to show you how to do it. So if you just Google HOMA2 calculator, you're going to get to this site. And I think you actually have to download this calculator thing. You can always take it off your computer if you want. But I have a Mac, so I clicked right here, download. And so it downloads to the computer, and I just kind of dragged it over. And so it ends up looking like this. You get this little calculator thing right here. So then you want to plug your values in. So somebody in the course had sent me her number. She had tried to do it and it just wasn't working out right. You need to make sure you have the right area clicked, like if you're using millimoles or if you're using milligrams. I think it maybe depends what lab you use. But anyway, she had a fasting insulin of 8. So I had said when we talked about how to figure out if you're insulin resistant, usually they say if you're anything like 10 or above, they feel you're insulin resistant. Or some doctors even say if you're 8 or above. So looking at this person's labs, 8's not that high. It's kind of like borderline. So you plug the 8 in and you'll notice it says micro U per ml. So you need to make sure you check off the right thing. So you look at the insulin right here and you plug in, hers was 8, and then you need to make sure that you have this area checked, and this is micrograms per, I think, unit per milliliter. So then her fasting glucose was 83 mg per dl. So then you plug in 83 and make sure you check off mg per dl. And then we're going to calculate it, and it comes out to be IR, means insulin resistant. So this is saying it's 1.02. So you got a cheat sheet for insulin resistance labs in module 2. You'll get it again in module 6. But on that sheet, it says if your HOMA2 score is above 3, you're very insulin resistant. If it's above 2, you're moderately insulin resistant. And if it's ideally, it should be under 1.5. So looking at this person's labs, it does not look like they're that insulin resistant. But it doesn't mean that she's not. I'd have to look at other things. Are you having trouble losing weight? Do you store a lot of weight around your abdominal area? Do you have dark patches of skin called acanthosis nigricans? Do you have skin tags? You have to look at those other indicators. And her A1C got cut off, but I think it was like a 5.0, which is actually really good. So this is kind of a borderline picture. She may not be insulin resistant, or it could be mild. But again, keep in mind, lab tests are not that accurate for insulin resistance. So you have to go by the other symptoms as well. So again, Google HOMA2 calculator, and then you're going to have to download the calculator, and then you can enter in your values and you can come up with your own number. Hope that helped.